Hello everybody, this is Burgback coming to you with another Starcraft 2 commentary. Today we will have WhiteRa spawning as the red Protoss on the left side of the map, and his opponent will be MLG IdrA spawning on the right side of the map as the blue Zerg. I believe Antiga Shipyards is the map here. I could be wrong, but I think I am right, so please, no trolling out there, people. As we get started here, I don't think I've ever showcased WhiteRa and IdrA in the same matchup. I would have to go back and check that. This should be pretty interesting, of course, because we have WhiteRa, who is an amazing Protoss player, one of a kind, and you know, all around great. Has been showing a lot of special tactics, as he likes to say. And we have on the other side, of course, IdrA, who is there's not much that I haven't said about IdrA and hasn't been said about IdrA, but just an amazing Zerg player. So it's really going to be interesting to see how both of these go against each other. Looks like WhiteRa, of course, getting up and seeing where IdrA is going to be. I think this is the MLG map settings here. So they do spawn cross, so they do know, you know, at least WhiteRa knows that that's what's going on. We do have that spawning pool coming down, and it looks like we have a little loving spat here between IdrA and WhiteRa at the beginning here, going after that probe. But it should be interesting to see how they build against each other. This is a little interesting, of course. IdrA going up to the top here. I'm not sure if he's aware or if he's just doing his normal IdrA move of just going around seeing what's going on in the map. And WhiteRa, of course, coming down here, going to be guarding this ramp from the Automaton 2000. And going for that fast expand, even before IdrA going for that expand. So that's pretty amazing. And again, WhiteRa just kind of doing a little bit of damage here to that spawning pool. Of course, now the spawning pool is down, we're going to see some Zerglings come down. We have that Queen getting ready to come out as well. And down in front of WhiteRa's base, we do have that Forge. Not going for any kind of melee units yet. Of course, now I say that the gateway is coming down. We have a nice little place of entry here for WhiteRa to get out. As he is tightening that up, going for a pylon, so we do have a nice little small groove to go through. And up here in the north, we do have WhiteRa's probe still alive. One lone Zergling going after that probe right now, just kind of dancing as IdrA starting to come down to the south and get ready to do some kind of attack. A photon cannon is being made down here, so he is going to be a little offended. That gateway is getting ready to come down, and IdrA just kind of taking his time. Of course, he doesn't have the metabolic boost on these Zerglings. Does come in, is seeing what's going on, and WhiteRa doing a great move putting that pylon in just to stop it. And this photon cannon is probably going to stop any kind of advantage from IdrA. Just getting those that canceled down and getting the shields done to half on that, so he's not really going to do any kind of damage. IdrA now coming down from the Overlord, going to get ready to see what's inside the main here as WhiteRa now starting to go for gas. So he has initiated this, he's got his fast expand up. IdrA now 3/4 of the way of his expand. Again, this is really interesting display here of how fast WhiteRa was able to get his expand up compared to IdrA. He is going to be able to be a little bit ahead right now, even though the supply is a little in favor of IdrA. But we can see, of course, that there are you know, 2 more harvesters for WhiteRa. And you know, this may change since, of course, WhiteRa does have this Nexus up, is able to go a little bit faster, and IdrA now starting to go for a second expand. So IdrA knows he's behind, he needs to get a little bit ahead, and he thinks that's the way to do it. So again, WhiteRa now just has that one lone Zealot out on the map, and is going to guard from those Zerglings that are coming south. Wargate technology, of course, now being put into full effect, being researched by WhiteRa. And again, these Zerglings just kind of sitting there. The placement of this stalker going all the way out to the center is going to be an interesting one. He's going to run right through these Zerglings. I'm sure WhiteRa will be able to notice that right away and be able to do something about that. Robotics facility also coming down. I'd be surprised what we see. We might see a good bunch of Immortals, but of course we'll probably also see either an Observer or how WhiteRa has been playing lately, pushing those Zerglings back. He has been going, of course, for the dropship type, the Warp Prism. And IdrA now getting brave and starting to come in here. Roach is coming in soon for IdrA, as he is building another hatchery inside of his main to start massing units faster, and looks like he is starting to bring units, gatherers into his second hatchery, third hatchery, sorry. Second expand is what I really meant to say there. Just bringing the Zerglings back. WhiteRa, of course, now having control of the middle of the map. And again, whoever can get control of most of this map is likely to be seen as the winner. And of course, WhiteRa putting that pylon here just to see these rocks being able to defend this if possible, or if need be, rather. It looks like WhiteRa getting ready to do his second expand as well. As Zerglings now starting to come down to the south. They will not hit that Zealot. That Zealot now running away. Metabolic boost now being created, researched rather, for IdrA, as he starts to come down. And we have some sentries down here with a stalker pushing, not really pushing, but causing IdrA to retreat, as IdrA, of course, now I believe seeing, no, he does not see that expand coming up yet, but he will be going for these rocks, and he knows it's coming. He saw him defending this ramp, so he does know something's here. These sentries just need to move in a little bit, and yeah, that'll probably push back those units. As an observer now going out in the Warp Prism. As I said, look at this, it is going to be getting out of there and coming out very soon, and IdrA just kind of pulling back. Not much he can do right now. He knows that WhiteRa is going to be defended. Inside WhiteRa's main base, we can see a good bunch of gateways here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a 6 here. Going for, Warp Prism is now coming out, gathering up the Zealots, as the Nexus is now starting to be finished. We'll probably see some workers move over there very, very soon. At least one. Oh, there we go. More coming out. And now the Immortals coming into play as well. And WhiteRa just kind of going around. I'm going to follow this Warp Prism for right now because, well, that's pretty much one of the interesting things of this. We're going to see if this drop will work. WhiteRa is getting in there. He is going to be in. Oh, no, he is not. He is going to drop him, though, but that Warp Prism is getting out of there. And these Zealots going to work, as we can see here, going to start doing their attack. That Queen is not going to... it is going to go down. Queen going down, 2 Zealots going down, and all we have is roaches in here, cleaning up and taking care of business here. Warp Prism in, more Zealots into the base. We'll see if another Queen is going to go down, but these roaches are going to do a very good job of defending and making sure they can get out of there. And that Warp Prism again running for its life, flying rather for its life, as these Zealots doing what they can. Will they be able to take out that Queen? That Queen does go down. Warp Prism still in play, and I'm sure IdrA is going to be on his... Oh, he's bringing the roaches in. He knows it's going to be coming in here, and the Warp Prism's still in play. So we're going to see if WhiteRa gets in there. He is going to be getting in there. IdrA now running away, not running away, but moving his roaches away. And are we going to have some warp-ins here? I'm not exactly sure. Nope, he decided to run away. He is going towards, some hits there. Of course, the Warp Prism, the shield's doing a good job of being able to deflect that. And all the while, WhiteRa building up his forces down here, having 2 Immortals. They're going to be able to tank very nicely there against those roaches. And WhiteRa, of course, Warp Prism coming in, just flying away. Looks like he's coming over here. We'll probably see a move where he'll spawn 4 Zealots and probably lift them up, bring him in, and drop them off right away. And then have enough time to warp in a couple more units. Of course, Spire now under the way for IdrA, and we're going to find where that is. It's right here. Spire in the way. Easily going to be able to counter any kind of Warp Prism movement once that's done. And the timing on this is just perfect for IdrA. He'll be able to bring in some mutas and not have to worry about it. We do have the roaches down here going to take down those destructible rocks, but of course WhiteRa having his units here is going to do great. He's got his Immortals in play, and up north we got the Zealots coming in, and we do have 11 mutas being made and 1 poor Zealot still in there, but it looks like he is going to be able to take out this hatchery, or at least stop anything happening at this hatchery. Of course, we do have some mutas coming into play here as well. Zealot's doing a little bit of destruction, and we'll probably see IdrA hunt down this poor little Warp Prism. It's not going to be that hard because it's right there. Zergling's coming in and doing what he can, and IdrA doing an interesting expand down here right next to WhiteRa's base. Mutas, of course, doing a great job cleaning up those Zealots that can't shoot up or jump and get on each other. Looks like WhiteRa doing a little preemptive defense, bringing in the these Stalkers. The blink is just being started, of course, but it does look like WhiteRa is getting ready. He knows that this is coming somehow. Of course, these are pro players, and in come the Stalkers going to be going in here to defend, and we'll probably see a little bit more. Yeah, his army is coming in down here to help defend this as well. And we'll see him getting defended here. Yeah, here we go. Sentry's coming into play as well, and IdrA only really has one way to run. He can either run into this group, or he can run away, but as he's running away, of course, these Stalkers are going to be here as well to do the damage. Definitely treading deep here as IdrA having to be forced to run back. And all the while, look at this defense here. All these spine crawlers set up to slow down WhiteRa's army. And again, these mutas just kind of running away. He does have a few more going for that level 1, almost done. And Zerglin is coming down, and again, more spine crawlers. IdrA really wants to defend here. And of course, this is a good way for him to get rid of some of his drones, his extra drones. As more mutas again coming into play here. WhiteRa still has his Stalkers here. Going to be bringing up some photon cannons to help defend. It looks like IdrA might be able to get in here before they know. They are spawning, and they will be able to help defend. And IdrA, of course, bringing down some Zerglings to try and get WhiteRa off of this game here, just to kind of move him around. But Stalkers are going to be coming up here and blinking in. Blink doing a great job there. And again, mutas against Stalkers. It's pretty interesting to see that kind of game. Usually in my experience, and IdrA going for another expand, in my experience, Stalkers generally win unless you have a big group of Roach is coming into play, trying to get these Immortals up front, of course, with the Sentries up front as well. These, oh my gosh, these Spine Crawlers just melting away. And IdrA not having the effect that he wanted with those Spine Crawlers. Of course, Roaches and mutas now in play, doing a great job of linking those guys back behind the Immortals, taking the damage from these Roaches. And then again, the Stalkers are doing a great job of playing cleanup here on those mutas. Again, trying to bring up here, we are going on the gold as well for WhiteRa, and WhiteRa just pushing IdrA back into his base to see the difference in army size now. Definitely making a difference here as the supply is slowly deteriorating as well. I can say this is probably a GG for IdrA as WhiteRa is able to just bringing up more units right now, pulling the drones off, trying to surround them with drones, and just not. I don't think this is going to be enough for IdrA, and I think IdRA's going to have to force the GG, especially with these reinforcements coming up. Yeah, there's a GG from IdrA. Really great job by both players. Congrats to WhiteRa for game 1 here. So we will go on to game number 2 to see how that goes. This is a best of 3, so hopefully IdrA is going to be able to come back. Please make sure to subscribe if you like this video, thumbs up and all that fun stuff, and I'll see you guys for game number 2.